Well, hello all. I come to you today with something kind of heavy on my mind a little bit. I was watching some TikTok and I looked up this one thing. I posted it earlier on Facebook, but I just felt like I needed to do a sermon on it. Might be quick, might be short, might be halfway in between. I don't know. Let's just see where it goes. But before I tell a story about it, I'm gonna read out of Matthew chapter 22, verse 37 and verse 39. 37. You must love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind. The second greatest commandment is 39. Love your neighbor as yourself. This is going to relate to this story. And I hope you get something from it. Talks about a man got drunk one night, bad alcoholic, and he went to church next day expecting to feel a little better about himself, maybe a little hope, maybe a little joy. So when he got there, hoping to feel all that way, when everything was said and done, he felt distraught. He told somebody else that no matter what was going on, no matter what he was doing, he won't never step back foot in the church again. That's bad. Especially when you had high hopes of something. You got judgmental looks, attitude, just, he was judged. And so, after he got out, he went back to the bar where he felt more love, more respect, more acceptance because they treated him like somebody. As people who go to church, are we supposed to act like that? No. We're not supposed to act like that at all. Matter of fact, we're supposed to show them compassion, make them feel welcome, greet them, look at them and smile. Something to make them feel like somebody. Well, if they were Christians in that church, now granted we all sinners, but we shouldn't be judgmentalists. And if they open up a Bible to see the things that the way Jesus took upon to seeing things, their whole insight would change. Churches today ain't nothing like the way Jesus wants them to be. Not all churches, some churches. Their beliefs, their practices, their doings, what they see, how they see things, how they do things. I've only come across very, very few churches in my whole lifespan where it was a really good church to go to. You got accepted, you got respected, you got loved, you got accepted. I mean, everything. I can't say accepted enough because that's exactly what it feels like. But Jesus, on the other hand, he hung out with various types of people. He went into the bar, say Mary Magdalene. Hung out with prostitutes, tax collectors, liars, thieves. He hung out with them all. He didn't have no judgment. He had love for everybody. That's where it should be. Can't judge a book by its cover. I got another story behind that one. But as Jesus He didn't come down on this earth. God didn't send him down here to save the self-righteous who thought they was better than somebody else or knew more or whatever. He came to save the sinners because he loved the sinners. He gave them a chance to change. He gave them a chance to turn around. All he wanted to do was have them follow him. Learn his teachings. Watch how he does things. Watch how he talks. Watch how he treats people. That's how he got his love and his respect. But why can't we all be that way? It's sad. The slightest thing makes us hate. The slightest thing makes us say things that we don't need to say. The slightest things makes us do things we don't need to do. And that's bad. But just as Jesus did, you're supposed to show love to the world. Don't matter what race, it don't matter what gender, whether you're male or female. You're supposed to love everybody the same equally. Not look down on them. Not snub your nose up at them. Not talk ill will to them. And no matter how they treat you, you turn the other cheek. You do what you're supposed to do. Let the Lord have his way. You just show him love and kindness. That's your fruits. Show them the fruits of the Spirit. Love, compassion. Give them hope. I could go on and on and on about that, but that'd be for another time. But Jesus said they would know you by your love. And that's true. They say, I used to say all the time, birds of a feather flock together. Well, they do to a degree. But Jesus didn't. He didn't flock with his feathers. He flocked with the opposite. Show them right from wrong. Teach them something. And if they was willing to learn, they learned. But for the ones that didn't, the Pharisees and whatnot, they didn't want to learn it. Now let's get back to that verse. I'm going to jump on 39. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. If you can't treat your neighbor with respect, how can you treat yourself with respect? Because if you disrespect your neighbor, you're disrespecting yourself. If you talk down on your neighbor, you're talking down on yourself because it's really showing you how you are. Because how you treat others is how you are. But how can you love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind if you can't love the neighbor as you love yourself? Because loving them is just like loving him. If you hate them, you hate him, because the greatest commandment is all your soul and all your mind. Love your neighbor as yourself. I know this is short and I know this is quick. But the moral of the story I'm getting at is this. If you're in church, somebody new walks in, whether they dress real nice or whether they just dressed. Tell you something that happened to me one time. I had hernia surgery. And I used to dress real nice going to church. I mean, I was dressed to the tip. And whenever I had my hernia surgery, I had no choice but to put on jogging pants, a pair of tennis shoes, white socks, and a t-shirt of some kind. Something that wouldn't scrub up against my scar, my stitches on my stomach. At first I felt uncomfortable because, one, I felt out of place because it wasn't me. Two, I just kind of sensed. You can sense when people staring at you when you ain't looking. You can sense the ill-manneredness of everybody else when you don't see it. I mean, you can pick that up real easy. And that's what I felt at first. It was embarrassing. But you know, the Lord told me, you're not there for a fashion show. You're there to serve me. You're there to learn my word. You're there to learn how to act like I act. And once that sunk in, I felt comfortable. I felt like I was supposed to be. I know you're not supposed to worry about what everybody else thinks, but whenever you get there and you don't feel like you need to be there because of the way you're dressed, then there's a problem. I mean, people that dress nice, that's one thing. There's nothing wrong with dressing nice. You can dress all the niceness you want. 3-piece suit, or a pair of blue jeans and a pair of boots and a regular old t-shirt. As long as you don't wear no hat now, that's the kind of disrespect. But take your hat off when you walk in. Be yourself. Because if they can't love you for who you are, then they're in the right place. They're definitely in the right place to get learning. And so are you. So I just wanted to put this out there. Thank you.